Boom, and we are live. Welcome back to Emma Pitch Talk, and welcome back to Take a Touch. And as always, I'm here with my guys, my brothers. We have Pato in the building. Go on, he's finally gassed that Isaac scored his first Premier League goal in December. In
Chica
December.
finally scored.
And last but certainly not least, we have Big H in the house as well.
Sorry, boys.
No mask, no mask. Fair enough.
Well, he got trimmed, so he has to, keep
You
it.
know, he's moving stush. All right, fair enough. I hear him. But guys, if you're locked in, please do like the live. Please do subscribe as well. We're trying to take our moments out the hood. And yeah, there's this new thing called hype the videos as well. So if you could hype the videos, that'd be greatly appreciated. You know what I'm saying? Just something there for the boys. But there's nowhere else to start other than the big game that happened on the weekend. Um, London Derby. Would you really call it a derby? Because these people don't beat us. We don't lose to Chelsea. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't really call it a derby. But obviously finished. Arsenal won. Chelsea won. Chelsea were down to 10 men for say 60% of that game as well, and still walked away with a valiant point. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. They played well. They played well above my expectations. I didn't think we were gonna go there and steamroll them or anything like that, but the performance they put in, you have to, you know what I mean? You have to applaud. You have to give them a pat on the back. Say, you know what, you made that a good game. They could have rolled over like the way they rolled over against United and just got absolutely whacked. Yeah, that's what I thought was gonna happen, but we didn't look on it. We looked lethargic. We looked sluggish. Nobody was really on it. And I said it in my match reaction that I posted on the TikTok as well. Check us out on Demo Pitch Talk on there too. I think it was just a big ask to ask the boys to beat Tottenham, then to beat Bayern, then to finish it off by beating Chelsea as well. If you said to me before we went on that little run, would I take 7 points out of 9? Absolutely. We still haven't lost a game. I think in all competitions, Arsenal's undefeated. Maybe like 12. No, it's not even 12 games. I think it might even span to like maybe 15 games or something. It's quite a while. And you know what I mean. But H, obviously another Gruner as well. How did you feel about that game?
The game was shocking stuff. If I'm being totally honest, it was just I understand, like Chelsea. Obviously, look, it's Arsenal. Arsenal come to a ground, you're always going to be up for it. You're always going to give that extra 10%. You know, you're going to be on big Sky Sports. You know, all the baddies are going to be watching you. So I saw certain Chelsea players were doing things I didn't see them do for like the last 12 months. So I know that certain man were really living up to the occasion. But from an Arsenal standpoint, look, I think there was 2 very, very energy-sapping games in Tottenham and Bayern. And to go to Chelsea, to play the way we played and still come out with something, well, look, you take it in it. Like a lot of songs you don't lose. I will like. But look, I think there's a lot of look, there was Saliba was out, so you had Mascara and Hankapi playing together for the first time. Still playing with Marino up top, so it's like I suppose like they're me personally, they're down to 10 men for like 60 minutes. Like you still have to kind of press them, but we were still letting them get on the ball and stuff like that. So it was very you could see the boys were tired. You could see the legs were fading. So again, the fact that we came out there with a point, I'm happy about that. But just from a performance standpoint, again, I'll put it down to fatigue. But it's just one of those where I need you guys to be. If you're tired, don't be ashamed to say you're tired. Let the manager know. Come off the pitch.
Hey, you have to give a lot of credit to Chelsea as well. I know obviously we can sit here and say that Arsenal players were tired. You can kind of see it as well. Like those usual runs that Declan Rice makes, just mazy type of runs. He literally just grabs the ball and just drags the team forward. It didn't really happen. But Chelsea's pressing structure, they went man to man. They were really really aggressive from minute one, especially Caicedo as well. They were billing this guy as one of the best midfielders in the world. They were saying a Kante regen, Makelele regen. Our whole fan base has been calling this guy a shin kicker, saying that he's not as good as what these people make it out to be, and he's kind of proved that because there was no reason for him to do what he did. Do you know what I'm saying? And I was just even watching the Chelsea players, they seem to be, I don't know, like overly hyped for the game. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, obviously, still a big game, but it's not really that significant or to the season. You know what I'm saying? Because there's still like what 20 something plus odd games to go. Pato, did you notice that the way Chelsea were pressing? What did you think of their game?
Yeah, you could tell straight away from the start of the game somebody was going to get sent off. Like, first of all, was it Anthony Taylor was the ref?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that guy, I don't know what his
He
beef
was
is.
just handing out yellow cards to Arsenal players like it was Yu-Gi-Oh or something. Everybody was just whipping it out.
You-
Bro, some of the challenges, I was like, bro, that was his first tackle and you just whipping out a yellow card already. But
Exactly.
Cucurella had done about 3 or 4 challenges on Bukayo Saka. He would just looking.
But from the perspective of you saying that they were really on it and like why were they so hyped up for the game? I think to be honest, yeah, if they had beaten you, we would have to say they're in they are in the title race even now. But if they had beaten you and drawn it to a 3 point gap, because City and Liverpool are not doing anything this season, so you would say Chelsea's the closest challenger. We would have to put some respect on their name.
Mhm.
And even with the whole, obviously, you guys saying you guys were tired and stuff like that, Chelsea in the Champions League as well. They've played just as many games as you guys have.
No, absolutely, I agree with you. But the only caveat I'll kind of give you is they had Barcelona down to 10 men for a large part of that game as well because Ronaldo Araujo, let me not even get started on that guy. That guy is a flipping donut, man. I don't know how he made it to be a professional footballer. Just getting meaningless red cards in big games. He did it against PSG last season as well. But it's like and plus with that suicide high line that Barcelona played, Chelsea were just carving through them like a hot knife through butter when they played them in Champions League. So like I know, yeah, they played in the Champions League as well, but I'll also be a little bit salty. They had 1 day extra rest. You know what I'm saying. That 24 hours. You know what I'm saying. It could do a lot for you.
But yeah, obviously me, yeah, I don't really like to rate Chelsea in the last couple of years because they haven't been that great. Obviously, they won that Champions League in 2021, but since then they haven't been that great. But I have to be honest, they're low key moving me. People like Esteval, Reece James as a midfielder. This is what we expected Trent to be as a midfielder.
Mm.
James is low key running the show. The physicality, the passing, the crosses, and then obviously maybe you guys don't rate Caicedo as highly, but for me, I think he's top two, top three midfielders in the Prem.
Really,
For me, yeah, he is moving me. Even last
really.
season, I don't want to give it to him, but
Can I just say? Can I just say? Yeah. So I just say.
He is for me. Yeah, just before you go, H. For me, at some points, he's just an eyesore. Genuinely an eyesore.
he just loses his head sometimes. And obviously, you can't be. Yeah, I guess if you want to be the best, you can't have that type of temperament. You need to really know what you're doing. Like Declan Rice will never make that tackle in that type of situation, wherever it was. I think like near the halfway line.
Yeah.
But from a
But
challenge
even
point,
before the tackle as well, like there was a foul that was contested with him and Marino, and then Marino was standing over the ball, and he just pushed Marino over. And then there was another early on in the game as well. Eze had the ball. Eze was obviously facing his own goal going back. Like Eze wasn't really going anywhere, and he just barged into him for no reason as well. And then I remember in the first, I think it was like the first 5 minutes, they took the ball off Gabriel Martinelli. Enzo did, and then Caicedo was saying something to him as well. Like he was just for some reason he was real fired up for that game. I don't know why. I think all that best, Declan Rice versus Caicedo, blah blah blah, battle of the midfielders really got into his head because bro, he was just moving a bit loose. But H, we cut you off what you were about to say. Please go on.
I just wanted to say, like, firstly, just on Reece James, the brothers is gonna miss the Leeds game. Mascara's already said it. That guy is not built to play Premier League football.
is he injured?
He's injured. He's not
Who,
gonna.
Reece James?
Yeah, he's out.
That's
Ah,
crazy work.
Do you see what I mean? So,
he's
and
too heavy, man.
and just in regards to the Caicedo thing, yeah, Caicedo's a great footballer. Don't ever get it twisted. Guy's a good footballer. But you see that whole Chelsea squad, emotional, very emotional people. Because look at how they approached that whole game. I know Maresca told him, make sure you know what to say, make sure you know you're there straight away. That was the whole game plan. You saw even Enzo like proper celebrating, like I need to like it's proper giving. They're all emotional, all of them. Like that game went the way it went for them just because you know what, they're at home at Stamford Bridge, bro. That can be a very intense place, yeah. But I'm telling you, if Barca had scored first, then they crumble. It's done. That game could have turned into like a 4-0 to Arsenal if Barca had scored first. And as me being told, just looking at them and how they're approaching the game, bro, they would have started making stupid mistakes. Caicedo was going to get sent off regardless. It didn't even matter. The fellow would have been sent off anyway. But just how I'm seeing Chelsea play, like Chelsea are like they're good, they have good players, but they're just very, very emotional young players. And that is just a recipe for disaster where when things are going well, they're gonna go amazing. Them boys are gonna be on a high. But see, once things are getting a bit shaky, we saw all the last season, the season before. When things are going tough, bro, they wanted Mascara's head on a plate last year. Them lot are very, very emotional people, and they need to understand. See, if you want to do this, bro, I've been there with Arsenal. I was Arsenal boys, that first title charge. You know, see how emotional them niggas got
Come on,
when
bro.
we drew to Southampton at home. Do you see how emotional, bro?
I
The thing
was, I was, I was watching, bro. I was watching City games and Liverpool games, losing my head, thinking, why are these people not losing?
bro, zero composure. But look, again, that comes with maturity with football. But I just feel like as good as they were, I think that game could literally have been the polar opposite of what it turned out to be. I think had Arsenal scored first, I think them not capitulate and they're done within the first half an hour.
But I think just like you were saying, Chelsea could be you guys in 2 years' time if they go and buy two centre backs that have brains, go and buy a good goalkeeper and buy a
But,
striker.
but the thing is, they won't because they have that under 25 policy. Do you know what I'm saying? So unless they realize what they have and what they're on the cusp of possibly doing and achieving as well, that's the only way they could possibly go and change the philosophy. But bro, the January transfer window hasn't happened. I swear I seen a here we go for Chelsea signing some youngster like about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
You
Do
see,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
you're African again. You see.
But if you give it time and Maresca gets ratings, more and more ratings, he's gonna have a bit more control.
no,
If
but the thing is as well though, but you're constant if you're constantly dealing with kids, it's a lot of egos and personalities to try and manage and to try keep on the straight and narrow. Do you know what I'm saying? Because especially with all these kids, they're you can say they're wonder kids in their own right. They're highly sought after. It's not only Chelsea that's going after them, it's other big clubs as well. Is Real Madrid. I'm pretty sure Real Madrid and Barcelona were there for Estavio as well, but he chose he wanted to go to Chelsea. They might have offered more money, we don't know. But it's like there's going to be a lot of ego when Cole Palmer comes back in now. I'm really interested to see how the dynamics going to work now when Cole Palmer comes back because they haven't been struggling without even with Cole Palmer being injured. You know what I'm saying? So when he comes back in now, how's that going to work? Because as much as I like Cole Palmer, I do rate him as a player, but ever since he had his breakout season at Chelsea, he feels like he's the man now. Do you know what I'm saying? And rightly so because he's a phenomenal player, but I feel like sometimes it's a tad selfish and everybody, and sometimes as well, even on the pitch, everybody else kind of looks to Cole to do something that they won't really be doing their jobs right, or they just say, "Yeah, pass the ball to Cole, who'll try to do something," and everybody else is kind of a bit of a passenger. So they've been playing more so like a team for the past couple of weeks. If Cole comes back in now, I wonder how that dynamic is going to work. You know what I'm saying?
But that's Maresca's job to sort out whatever dynamic needs to happen. Because I think that Cole Palmer and Esteval link up, but that could be crazy. Let's be honest. They have talented players. And I think Maresca should get a bit more credit than he's been getting. Because at the end of the day, all these red cards and stuff like that, well, that has nothing to do with him. Let's be honest. Who no one to and I
It,
know,
it kind of does because you're the manager. You can't have you know what I mean a team that's collected 7 or 8 red cards in December in total in all competitions
yeah,
and not blame the manager in some shape or form because brother, how you letting your team be so ill disciplined? That's where
yeah,
the
sure.
youth factor comes in as well, and that's what H was saying that way too emotional. That's why Caicedo got that red card.
And
You
to be
know.
fair, I can't be a hypocrite. Because when I was going through the same thing with you guys getting red cards, we were getting onto him as well.
Mhm.
But I think the reason why Chelsea kind of had to be really hyped and like really press you guys is because you guys are such a physical team. If you try and play like tiki taka, nice football against Arsenal, they will dominate you physically. Everybody's 6'7". Like it's crazy in that team. Lewis Kelly is like the smallest guy. The guy's like 5'10". Do you know what I
And
mean?
even physically, he can still dominate you as well because
Exactly, yeah.
he's
And he's
strong.
not even a big guy. So I think if if you know that these guys are so dominant physically, you kind of need to match that. And the people that are the physical players in Chelsea are the Caicedos, are the Reece James. So they're the ones that have to kind of set the tone, especially playing in the midfield. Because if you let Declan Rice do what he wants, bro, he'll run the show.
Mm.
Cucurella, yeah, I know he was hacking the hell out of Saka, but he kind of had to because if you don't, Saka will do you. when he had that one chance that he didn't, what happened? Goal. So I get it from a Maresca point of view, but yeah, like you guys were saying, it is a maturity thing. These guys are too young. If they can just go and buy somebody, a couple players that are like 27, 28,
Mhm.
maybe they can do something, you know?
But yeah, it's just a funny one because this is the last time Chelsea has beaten us. It's been 4 years. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's just the whole narrative since the game has been a little bit baffling to me. Kind of like from both sides, from um, kind of opposition fans and kind of pundits, and also from within our own fan base as well. Like a lot of people within the Arsenal fan base were absolutely losing their mind yesterday, last night, kind of stroke today as well, saying, "Oh, that was an opportunity missed. We could have put more distance between us and the rest and all that kind of stuff. Or we don't have what it takes to win the league title." And then from the kind of like other fan bases and other pundits as well, they're literally praising Chelsea for what we did to City last season, but we got slated and Chelsea are getting a pat on the back because we got Trossard, like H mentioned earlier, we got Trossard sent off against City, wrongly sent off. We had to, obviously we went down to their men and we just defended for the rest of the game because why the hell would you try play football against City when you're down to 10 men? They will kill you. Like they will absolutely kill you. And then but even the funny thing is, we were in a winning position, and then it took all the way until the last kick of the game for City to score to make it 2-2. Now Chelsea took the lead. Fair enough. That was poor in Arsenal, but Arsenal came back and still managed to draw the game. And either side could have really went on to win the game. I don't know. We didn't really have too many moments against City last season, but it's just a bit weird that Chelsea's getting a pat on the back, and then last season we got slated for it. It doesn't really make sense to me. I'm not looking for validation from other fan bases or pundits and all that kind of stuff, but the narrative around Arsenal is always a little bit weird. And then even with the Chelsea fan base as well, they've been talking a lot, saying, "Oh, Arsenal not even that great. If you press them and if you really go out there, blah blah blah, you can get results." Please the Chelsea fan base's advice. Come do it. Come and do it. I see how that works for you. But it's like they're now trying to say that Arsenal is not it's not so good that we're not going to go and win the league. But these guys are world champions. They were gassing up that little plastic trophy that they won in the summertime. So if you're world champions, this is what you should be doing. No, you should be beating little Arsenal. It shouldn't be 4 years since you beat Arsenal at your home. Like 4 years since you beat Arsenal. 8 years since you have actually beat them at your home stadium and you're world champions.
I hear you, but you know me, there's a caveat to that. I'm all about trophies, man. And if we go from that 8 years to today, Chelsea have won every trophy in that time. I still
They've
have
just
not.
they've just won the Champions League. They won a
Eight
Europa
years
League
ago, they
within
were
the
league
time.
champions.
Say again?
8 years ago, they were league champions, 2017.
No, 8 years ago was 2018.
8 years ago,
If
2017.
yeah, about 2018.
Well, anyways,
Yeah.
they've won a good amount of trophies in that time. So I think that's the beating stick that people are using against you. Obviously, if you go on to win the title this season, a lot of the talk that is going around is going to stop because there's always that one little thing that people can say about this Arteta team. Obviously, for me, it's going to stop this season. So then I'm going to see what people are going to have to say. But yeah, they're not beating you. If I was Chelsea, if I'm winning trophies, but I'm not beating one particular team, I'm not really gonna mind. But of course, when it comes to games against Arsenal, they can't really have them out like that. Then, if they know themselves in the
Do you know?
recent history,
Do you know because I had this conversation with some Chelsea fan there yesterday, and I said to him, I was like, "You do realize that both getting a draw at your home stadium benefits us more than it's going to benefit you
yeah, for sure.
because when you come to the Emirates, you're done. Like, and it's not to say Chelsea are and they can't get better, but if you come because what did like if you look at how Bayern even approached the Arsenal game, they were doing the one-on-one pressing. They were really, bro. Don't worry, man. You can come and play football, even if you want to do small tiki taka. It won't work, man. Like these lot are happy because for socials you have to do we don't Arsenal, they're not that good. They are they forgetting they have to come to our sides. That's not a fun place to go. You don't get joy. That look at big Man City, Pep Guardiola Man City.
Can I just interject quickly? The aggregate score for the past 2 times they've been to Arsenal Stadium, they've held 7 goals. I'm pretty sure. Did we not beat them? Was it 1-0 or 2-0 last season?
Yeah, it was 1-0, and I think we did it like 4-1 or something not too long ago. So.
No, it was 5. It was 5-0 at the Emirates. Okay, so 6 in the last 2 visits they've swallowed 6 goals.
So to me, I'm just like, listen. At the end of the day, we're gonna leave this season with at least 4 points from you lot. So, and if we have the title on top of that, bro, I will like.
But this is the thing. Until because you've been beating them. They haven't beat you. You didn't win. What is there to show for it? Obviously, I'm not an Arsenal fan, so I have to argue the other side of it. If I'm a Chelsea fan, I'm saying I'm world champion. Obviously, you're gonna say it's a Tim Pot trophy or whatever it is. It's still a trophy. You would rather have it than not have it, and they're the first team to win it. So we need to put a little bit more respect on Chelsea's name. I know you.
Not necessarily. I'm not gonna rate a trophy that just literally decided to spin out of nowhere. Like the format for the Club World Cup that they had already, it wasn't broken. Nobody asked for a reinvention of the wheel. Nobody asked for you to put it during the summer as well. So these people can't go and get rest whenever they thought, oh yeah, we'll finish the World Cup qualifiers later in the season. I can go to Marbella, or I can go to Paphos with the boys. I can go and enjoy myself. No, I have to fly to America and play football in front of people that pretend to care. They don't, like nobody really gave it, like ticket sales for that Club World Cup wasn't sky high. Nobody really gave a shit until it could start getting to the closing stage of it. You know what I'm saying? So if it was the Club World Cup that we knew as, I'd rate a lot more. But not some. I don't even know what kind of design was that trophy. What were they going for?
You guys are hating.
Looked like something from Harry Potter.
You guys are hating. Okay, my team wasn't in it, and my team is shit right now, and I'm rating it. So why are you?
No, you can rate it because your club has actually won the proper version of it. Like they just spun this one out of nowhere. Like no, like did you ask for the Club World Cup to be during the summer?
Yeah, but what's Chelsea supposed to do?
How can Pato, there's a team called ES Tunis in that shit, bro.
Even Messi's club wasn't even supposed to be in there. They just added them in.
They beat PSG in the final. PSG wanted to win.
No, I'm not talking about Chelsea. I'm talking about Messi's team, Inter Miami. They weren't even supposed to be in there. They're doing some way say that they won one conference and that's how he managed to get in there. But it wasn't a real competition. It was a money grab.
But the thing is, the teams that were in there tried to win it. Bayern were in there.
Because they have incentives to be in there. Because obviously, FIFA is going to say, yeah, we'll give you this amount of money if you go into it. And clubs as well, they're not going to say no to money.
Exactly. So when the teams were in there and when they met PSG in the final, PSG could have won. Was it the sextuple or whatever they could have done?
Yeah, but I don't think any player, when the team got knocked out, was like hands on their knees, head sprayed into the grass. I don't really think
they said thank God my season's over.
Bro, I don't think Hakimi and the boys are out here doing in the dressing room talking about we have to get together this season, boys. We need to be strong. Bro, it's one of those. It's nice to have. If I don't have it, I'm alright.
But do you want me to tell you how much fugazi this was going on, especially with this Club World Cup? The season finished. PSG won the Champions League. Players went on to international duty. They went to go and play Nations League. Portugal won the Nations League. Then they came back to reconvene for the FIFA Club World Cup. Why?
I hear it, but do you know what? Yeah, you're actually making valid points. But just the fact that you're Arsenal fans, it just every time something to
no, it's not even the fact that we're Arsenal fans. Just fans in general. Like yes, they have a trophy, but it's a Fugazi trophy. No one's gonna convince me otherwise. Because how can a season finish? People have went to international duty. People have even won international trophies. Like Nuno Mendes was celebrating with God rest his soul, Diego Jota a couple of weeks before, celebrating winning this Nations League. He was going back to Portugal with the front in it. Then all of a sudden he has to fly to America to go to start kicking ball again.
Hey, look, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But okay, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, even the Conference League won.
We have some fan love, Victoria. Appreciate you. Thank you, big up for watching the live. Big up to you.
But yeah, I agree with you.
Like, bro, do you see what I'm saying? That's why I'm not gonna rate them saying, "Oh, we're world champions." World champions of what?
You can't say I don't rate your trophy, but you have no trophy. You can't say your trophy is shit, and then okay, what about where's your trophy then?
You know, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Yeah, I get that point. I'm still not gonna rate the trophy, whether I have a trophy or not. I'm still not gonna rate it because what I'm fundamentally saying is a season is finished. People that went on to international due, people have not even went and won international trophies. You're supposed to be relaxing. But no, you have to go and play a FIFA Club World Cup that they just decided to have a year before. And
But
then
that's
some way, somehow, they have it in America. Why did they have it in America?
no, I know it was a money grab, yeah, but it's still this is the new FIFA Club World Cup. The old one is gone now, so no one is gonna win that old one that we're talking about anymore. And that's like saying, oh, you see a guy with a micro, and you're saying, why don't you have a Merc? And he's saying, you don't even have a car though. So why are you telling me what car I should have?
No, this is the perfect race. Even Victoria's trying to get onto me now, saying is no proper trophy in almost 7 years.
Thank you, Victor.
Yeah, listen, that's nice. So a conference league. I hope to never see my team in the conference league, so you can celebrate that one as well. The Europa League, I rate that one. Champions League, obviously we rate that one, but I hope to never see my team in the conference league. So that's nice for you guys. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I can relate this to, yeah. Now you personally, Pato, you've now worked. You're working 40 hours a week, 5 days a week. You're going to work up and down. You'll be saving for a car, yeah. Me, me and H, we just banked fraud last week. We hit a lick 60 bags. You went to go and buy a Mercedes A class. I went to now go and buy a GLE, and I told you I have been grinding as well, bro. Are you not gonna look at me a bit weird? Because you didn't really have to work hard for it. Chelsea didn't really have to work hard for that.
I agree with you.
This is a team that finished what, 7 or 8 the season before.
That's fair, but the season that they were in it, they finished fourth. The season when they just won that Club World Cup, they finished fourth. Mm-hmm. They go into Champions League. Mm-hmm. They had won the Champions League in 2021. Oh, yes, fair enough. We're saying it's crazy that they won it 4 years ago. They just met the cutoff. They're not the one that made the rules. When they
that rule, I'm fine with, because listen, that was the cutoff point. They made that one. The one I'm having an argument about is how Messi managed to slip in there as well, and the fact that I was even in America. That's my own gripe at that one.
But there was other big boy teams in there. The Bayerns.
Don't worry, Victoria. I'll get to your comments in a second.
Okay, bro. It's okay, bro.
Because that one there is a mad comment, because people like shiny new toy too much. They see it club with trophy. Oh yeah, they're better than you.
No, it's not that they're better than you. Arsenal is better than Chelsea. Maybe you're a bigger club than them. That's another argument. But yeah, fair enough. But you can't disregard a trophy when you don't have one. If you win the Premier League now, yeah, and then you're singing from.
I'm disregarding this Club World Cup. This version of the Club World Cup. That's what I'm disregarding. The old version, I would never, because the old version was working fine. You have to go and win the Champions League. Everybody would now fly to one wayward country in December, January time. They'll get the best from Copa South America. They get the best from CONCACAF. They get the best from everywhere. Everybody goes and dies on the line. They play the football. You win the trophy. You come back during the season. During the season, you come back. You resume again, and you go. What I'm saying is, yeah, I'm disregarding this indication of the Club World Cup.
Okay,
that's what I'm talking about.
Fair enough. Let's say in 4 years, let's say Arsenal win the Champions League this season, and in 4 years' time you're in the Club World Cup, and you win it, and you win the treble that season, and you win the Community Shield, and people are saying you won the sextuple, and people are saying, no, but you didn't win the old Club World Cup, so it doesn't count.
People will still say, I promise you, people will still say that.
No, maybe they will or they won't, but you're not gonna have that. If it was your team that won that Club World Cup, you're not having this.
Okay, so if Liverpool would have won the Club World Cup this season, you would have been gassed about that.
100%. What you mean? It's the trophy, and it's the trophy against, and there's big teams in that trophy, and they beat the European champions in that final.
Yo, look, do you know
what happened when you guys played PSG?
This is just what I'll say on just the whole Chelsea. And Chelsea are a good team. I respect Chelsea. Chelsea have won trophies, but when it comes to the indication between Arsenal and Chelsea in terms of the last four, there is no, like, Chelsea fans don't have anything, in my opinion. Yeah, in my opinion, of recent memories, you don't have anything to kind of hold over Arsenal's head. See, that Club World Cup is not something to hold over Arsenal's head, because again, it's just something that we weren't in. You won it, you made it because you won the Champions League 4 years prior. Very good. But when it comes down to the football, you're not able to beat us. We're whacking you. You haven't beaten us in the last 13 games. You haven't beaten us in your own gaff in 8 years. There's not a lot you can say to me, because you're having this whole thing in your mind of, oh, yeah, we don't use this time. You aren't as good as what you were. Old guy, this shit. Da, 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 da. You do realize you have to come to the penitentiary later on in the season. You do know that. And I hope that they know that it's going to be a long day for them. A very long day.
But
It won't
boys,
be great. You think that we're not going to beat them at the Emirates?
that is fine.
We're going to slap them out. So, but that's what I'm saying, is just like people are hunkering down on this whole, oh, this result of them getting 1-1. Like, you even said it yourself, bro. It benefits Arsenal more than it benefits them. It doesn't this one does not benefit Chelsea at all, in the slightest, because they're gonna come to the Emirates and they're going to lose, and it's gonna be a bad day for them. And then what happens then? By that time, they might be 7 to 8 points off us. It's wraps.
But it benefits nobody if you don't win the league. This is what I'm trying to say. People are coming, yeah, like if City fans, Liverpool fans, Chelsea fans, they're coming with, I won this, my trophy is bigger than yours, my trophy is this, my trophy is that. You might not talking about they haven't beaten us in 8 years. What does that do for anybody? Would you rather have a prem, but Chelsea has beaten you every time you went to Stamford Bridge the past 8 years? You'd rather have the Premier League.
No, 100%.
So it's not like a stat that you should be so gassed about.
But what I'm saying is, we're speaking about the result of the weekend.
Yeah.
Chelsea fans are using that result as a paintbrush to be like, no, Arsenal aren't what Arsenal are. Let's be serious, because we all watch football. We all know what football is.
Mm-hmm.
You can't rely on the fact that you beat Barcelona, who are down to 10 men, and they're playing a high line, brother. That's not the game that Arsenal are going to play when you come to the Emirates, bro. What happened on Saturday, again, it benefits Arsenal more in this title race, bro. Even though we drew, we're still 5 points clear a second. Chelsea didn't get any step closer to us. We didn't get any step further than Chelsea, but we're still 5 points ahead of them. Had they beaten us, different conversation, but they didn't. And guess what? Arsenal are still in the better position to go ahead and win this league. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, 100%.
And the thing
there
is,
was 6 points behind yesterday before the game kicked off. They're 6 points behind now. The game is over.
And what's going to happen is they will come to them.
No one's really changed. But yeah, I'm just to get onto this comment. She says, "Winning Europa on your head as well on the biggest stage. I beat you for." Yeah, that's nice. Did you forget about those 2 FA Cup finals as well? You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to talk about that one.
People have selective memory, man. It's ridiculous. Like, we didn't win the league at their ground, but look, anyway.
You know what I'm saying? We won the league at your ground as well, Pato. Don't forget that one.
Anyway.
Bears. So wait, just before we go, just on that, you won the league at Anfield, yeah? So what you're trying to tell me is, so all them past league titles matter, don't they?
The football didn't start when me and you guys started watching the football. It started all over. That's what I be saying.
That's what I keep trying to tell people, because people will keep telling me, oh yeah, Liverpool won all this stuff in the 70s and 80s. And I'm just like, if you're gonna talk about the past, let's talk about the whole of the past.
Yeah, talk about it. You were the guys back in the day. You fell off for a little bit. You're coming back. You know what I'm saying? You were the guys back in the day. We can't come and deny that. But guys, I wanted to move on to Man United. I didn't even find the Man United related post. Look at me. But I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I thought they were gonna get their asses handed to them by Crystal Palace. I was watching that game. Mateta scored. He had to retake the penalty. Scored again. I was like, damn. I said, some balls on that fella. You know what I'm saying? He put in the exact same place twice as well. You know what I'm saying? He said to the goalkeeper, I don't give a crap. I don't give a heck who you think you are. The Courtois, not even Courtois, but the fan base was calling him Baby Courtois. He's not Courtois anything. Guys, rubbish man. But but yeah, they came back on 1-2-1. Now, yeah, Man United have scored the same amount of set piece goals that Arsenal have in the Premier League so far this season. Arsenal have scored 10 set piece goals. United have scored 10 set piece goals as well. Well, listen, the whole fan base had a meltdown when we scored from a set piece and beat them at Old Trafford. But the fan base is really, really quiet now since that stat has been dropped. Nobody has said anything. And even the people that are talking about it, they're saying, "Oh, at least we don't push the goalkeeper, or we don't try to do this person's glove." Blah blah. Listen, I said we're brothers in destruction. We're like this, yeah. Me and you, we're like this. You score from set piece, we're going band for band. You score from set piece, we score from set piece. It doesn't matter. Do you know what I'm saying? But did any of you guys actually watch the United game? What do you think of them? Could they possibly do something this season? I know it's been very stop start, but could they possibly get something?
Them guys not doing anything this season, bro. But it's what I said earlier, like a couple weeks ago, where it's just like I think things are beginning to click for United. I think they're not close to making that turn in their fortune, but they're getting close to the corner. Do you get me? They're about to, they're like maybe like 200-300 meters away from the end of the road before they take that right. Do you get me? But you can see in yesterday's game, or it was like to go 1-0 down, but to still come out of that with it by winning the game at Palace, where Liverpool lost. You know, like Palace away is not. It's not, but I'm just trying to say, like, it's not an easy place to go to, regardless of who you are, regardless of whatever team you are. Palace away is not an easy place to go and kick ball at. So for them to go there and bro, I thought I even set my fantasy team up that it was 3 Crystal Palace players where I'd say Munoz get a clean sheet, Sarr might score, John Fleet might score. I thought maybe like a 3-1, 4-1 or something, like cushy game for them. But all credit to United, man. Like they're able to pull that shit out the bag. But I still think they're a bit away from making that full turn and start getting themselves back into winning ways, like going like 4, 5, 6 games on the bounce, winning those. But I'll credit where credit is due, because again, where they went to get that result is not an easy place to go to.
So United are on the same points as Liverpool. Yeah, we've lost. We've lost about 10 games this season.
God damn!
I don't know what the big deal is.
Wait, what? What?
So I don't know what the big deal is. We've been losing games. We've lost like 18 games in a row.
Bro, they beat Crystal Palace. You couldn't beat Crystal Palace.
Yeah, but we're on the same points. 3 points, 3 points.
Just have the same number of losses.
Now we've got 6 losses. They've got like, I don't know. We've got like 2 more wins than them though, or something like that. Yeah, but yeah, we're on the same points, isn't it? They're 7th, we're 8th. No, I think are we even on top of them?
They have less losses than you lot, man.
They're on top of yous.
Yeah, they're on top of us goal difference, yeah, because our goal difference is trash. I think it's like +2 or something.
Bro, they have 4 losses. You guys have 6. 0 draw. You guys are just taking straight L's, not even trying to draw the game.
But you want to know something? I've realized over the years, draws and losses are closer to each other than we think. Because I just look at it, if you draw or you lost, I'm just looking at it as you drop points. And we've dropped points on 6 occasions this season. Arsenal dropped points on 4 occasions this season. And I know obviously you've drawn games, but in a title race, like obviously you're going to win the league, but in another year where people are actually playing well, draws are a killer.
Well, you're rather a point than 0, bro. Like there's 6 occasions where you've got 0 points.
Yeah, 100%. And this is the caveat as well, because there was 3 of them games we conceded goals in like the last few minutes. If we draw those 3 games, we're on 24 points. We're 4th. We're still in the title race. We've only got 3 losses. It's a different season. But yeah, of course, if we've lost the 6 games and the title is done pretty much. But United, man, look, they're not that great. They're on 21 points. It's not amazing. And the thing is, obviously, we're going to compare them from what they did last season. Where did they finish? Like, I don't even know, 17th or 16th or something. Mm-hmm. So now they're in 7th. We're saying, whoa, United are doing something. How can you be United in 7th? And we're talking about you're doing something. You're not doing shit, man. And don't compare them to Liverpool. We are ass. We are so bad this season. So don't.
About to talk to me about Liverpool, though. Obviously, your good man Isaac went to score his first Premier League goal for you guys. It was a pretty routine win against West Ham. I expected you guys to beat West Ham anyways.
I
West
didn't.
Ham West Ham are absolutely terrible. I don't know how they haven't been relegated yet. To be honest with you, but do you now feel like you guys have kind of hit a curve, or do you just think it's just West
No,
Ham? Because
no.
for me, how I'm looking at it is, I was talking to one of my guys today, that's a Liverpool fan as well. He thinks that you might have hit a bit of a curve. He thought words played really really well, but without trying to be rude or trying to knock his confidence, I was kind of like, bro, it's West
It's
Ham.
West Ham. Yeah. So this is the problem. People are saying, "Oh, maybe we're gonna kick on this season. We're only 9 points behind Arsenal." Brother, don't get fooled. Don't get your hopes up. So you're telling, so you basically people are trying to say we're gonna turn the corner after beating West Ham, but not when we beat Villa and Real Madrid back to back. That's not when we're gonna turn the corner. It's West Ham that's gonna be the corner turning game, bro. Forget about it, man. It's West Ham. You're supposed to. With no manager, we should have beat them. We should have beat PSV as well, but we didn't. So and it's not even we didn't even beat them like batter them. It could have been 1-1 at one point, and then what? Then Slot is bringing on Rio and Gamoa and all to come and save the game, bro. I'm not having that. What I will say is though, he's used his brain. He should have done this maybe 5 weeks ago. He dropped some people. He played a fucking defender at right back. Oh, it's like it's crazy when you play defenders in defense, isn't it? Instead of putting Soboslai right back every fucking game. Then yeah, he dropped Salah. That was the talk of the weekend. Hey, look, man, anybody can get it. When you're losing that many games, anybody can be dropped. I was even surprised that Kanate played. And I thought Gomez would play centre back and he was gonna put Soboslai right back again. But
How did Kanate play in that game actually? Because I was
yeah,
watching the game briefly. I wasn't really like too zoned in. Obviously, he's been rejected by Real Madrid. I don't know how you can get rejected by Real Madrid when you're entering the last 6 months of your contract. They can sign you on a free. They even saying no. Um, but yeah, how did that guy look?
yeah, he had a good game. But who doesn't have a good game against West Ham? This is the thing. Who's gonna trouble you in West Ham? Fulkrug and Bowen that is up and down. Look, and then even what's his name that got himself sent off.
Pakatan.
Yeah, bro.
That guy's doing it for the bets, man.
Bro,
Nah, he's trying to take everybody out of the favelas.
Nah, because when I was watching that, yeah, I was just like, bro, just stop talking, bro. Well, the guy just kept on talking to the referee, bro.
And he was even clapping in front of the ref's face as well. I said, bro,
That's
you
what I
might as
was
well spit in the ref's face. You might,
I was like,
you might as well.
this guy's doing it for the bets, man. I know some guy in Rio de Janeiro had an Aki on, man, and that fella said, yo, let me just get sent off, man. Let's move along right now, bro.
Yeah,
he
but
basically
he wrote a little message on social media saying, it was just like, yeah, my behavior was unacceptable, but people haven't deep the mental toll, all that.
it's
Getting
chatting.
handled.
Fella was chatting.
He's trying to like make people move on and act like, oh no, that was like out of character for me. No, it wasn't, bro. There's an accumulator on for you to get sent off, bro, and you took it, bro. Don't
And
act like
someone,
not stupid, bro.
there's someone in South America that made 200 bags yesterday.
Yeah,
I just don't know who he is, but yeah. So I wouldn't say Liverpool is back at all. If this was like was like a Jurgen Klopp prime team and we're 9 points off Arsenal, I'd be like, yeah, we could do it. But this team, nah,
you still feel like there's a couple more losses in there.
100%. You think you're gonna go from 6? Basically, we would have to go on like we've got how many games are left? 25. We'd have to win like 22 games, draw 1, lose 2. That's not happening.
Do you think the L's are going to come in double digits?
I don't know if it'll be double digits. We might get another maybe 1 or 2 losses in the season, but we got to draw. It's not like we're going to go the whole season without drawing. And if you draw, you're not going to be anywhere near the top. If we win every game, we get 96 points. That's not going to happen. And I've been in the league. I've been watching football long enough to know 96 points doesn't always win you the league. So it's over.
I don't think it would even take 96 points to win the league this season. I'll be honest.
Yeah, probably not.
Because even moving to City as well, and their game against Leeds, they won 3-2. I didn't actually watch that game, to be honest with you. I just seen the highlights, but yeah, it's just like what I told you guys a couple of weeks ago, that City don't even really impress me, and Pato was looking at me as if like I was a madman. But like, I truly believed what I was saying. It's like, if you actually sit down and watch this City side, yeah, I watched the Newcastle game, even though I was away. I watched the Newcastle game. It didn't. It did. They don't move me like they once did. Like, I don't have a fear that City were just gonna turn up and just steamroll any team that's facing them on the pitch. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Haaland didn't necessarily have a good game against Leeds, but obviously the other players were able to build them out. Phil Foden had a game for himself, and other people as well. But I think people were raving about Tijani Reinders as well. Like, that was that guy's first good game since match week 1 when they went away to Wolves. I'm pretty sure. Do you know what I'm saying? We're in bleeding December, boys. You know what I'm saying? Marmoush as well. Marmoush doesn't look quite up to it ever since that knee injury. Rodri, that ACL has wiped him finished. Wiped him finished. He's done. He's done. And if he does come back, his mobility is going to be so limited. He's going to look stiff. He's going to look stiff because the amount of games that guy was playing before he got injured was just egregious. He was playing over 60 games a season. You know what I'm saying? Went on go on tear your ACL, and even that ACL injury, he came back from that injury way too early, way too early.
Because they needed him.
Yeah, they did, but now you've put the guy at permanent risk for the rest of his career. He's never going to be the same. Even when we see him play, it doesn't look right. He's lost like a yard of pace. He didn't even have pace before, but he's lost a yard of pace. How can someone that doesn't have pace lose even more pace? You know what I'm saying? Like, the guy for me is finished. City are finished. Like, even when I look at Pep, I don't see the same type of intensity, the same type of fire in his eyes. It's not like he's lost the hunger, but there's something going on there that him, even one of the great masterminds of football of this generation, of any generation, I'd even say, he can't figure out what's going on right now. Do you know what I'm saying?
The one caveat I will say is with Pep, yeah, the reason Pep wins so many league titles is it's not because of November, December, it's because of March to May. That brother,
I get you, Pato, but I'm talking about the overall play. They might,
no,
they
no,
might
no,
even get, they might even get to March and all those type of times, and they might not even be in. Shit,
this is the thing. This is the
I'm
thing.
even dropping my mic.
This is the thing. If Pep is in and around it in March time, yeah, you have a battle on your hands. The problem is, are they going to be there at that time? If they're 4 points off you in March, hey, anything can happen. Just Pep Guardiola.
Do you know what? Do you know what I was just saying? Just in response to that, yeah, is I think the thing that will get Arsenal over the edge is the last 3 seasons. Coming second, building a consistency, because you're seeing it now this season. There's a level of consistency that you're going to get from Arsenal every single game.
Yeah.
Every single game. So while Liverpool are having their drop off, while City are having the drop off, while Chelsea are even trying to find their feet, Arsenal are still cruising at that 7.5, 8 out of 10 rating every single game. If you just maintain that, which these boys have been doing for the last 3 years, since, like, realistically, it's like it's going to take a big, big push from somebody. Somebody's going to have to do, and Arsenal have to then go from 3 years of this to then do this, which I don't see happening with the same squad depth that we have. Man City, we know historically, once they get to that, we know that historically they love a chase. These people, they can chase women, they can chase a lot. You get me? But the only issue that they have now is that all these new guys that they've brought in, they don't have they don't know that chase.
Yeah.
They don't have the legs to do that chase. Has Shirky ever chased another team? Has he ever chased PSG in his life? No. Has Tijani Reinders ever chased Juve in his life? Inter? No. Has Mateus Nunes, who did he chase from Wolves? That fellow was running from relegation, bro. You know what I mean? So it's like
Just before you go ahead, yeah. Before he signed for Wolves, Pep called him one of the best midfielders in the world. He signed for City. He said that he's not smart enough to play midfield.
brother. So it's like when you have all of these new components who are not used to this thing, bro, you're gonna go to that transitional phase. Like Pep had it last season again, that transitional phase. No, you start losing some of your key players. Gundogan doesn't have the same legs. Bernardo Silva don't have the same legs. Bro, key attacking components they have just aren't taking the same. Cool. Liverpool went from, and I've said it, people can disagree, but the Mo Salah show last season. So now Mo Salah's not performing. Now all of a sudden, there's no more bailouts for Liverpool. Whereas Arsenal for the last 3-4 years have maintained a steady. Obviously, there's chances where we could have won the league, and last season wasn't a great season, but there's still that consistency from a matured squad. And that's why I agree with what Mo Salah said. Arsenal have been together for so long. That squad have been together for so long. Like, even though Ben White doesn't play, certain players don't play, they're still in the squad. So that whole feeling of, okay, this is how we play football, that's there. This is a 7.5, 8 out of 10 every single week. And that's all. And that's literally what's going to see Arsenal over the edge. Because come April, the league could actually be wrapped up. It could. Because whatever games we have left, and we haven't really dropped in form, and we have good squad depth, bro. I just generally, and I don't want to say the league is written off because, bro, we're not even at Christmas yet. And, bro, I've watched football long enough to know, bro, nothing is ever done in December, bro. Even since 2009, I seen Arsenal be at the top of the league in 2009, bro. This shit.
Got to February, you were looking, you were saying, fourth.
Bro, next
How'd
you know,
you do that?
Next
That
you know,
was mad.
we're 4 points off the top. But I just think that the level of seasons that we've had and the level of football we've been playing, I think that level of consistency will just hold Arsenal true. We don't look. We're not. I don't think we're going to play amazing football, entertaining, no tiki-taka football. I think it's just going to be that consistent football. Your 2-0s, your 3-1s, your 1-0s. That's just going to see Arsenal over the edge. Whereas City, look how close they came to drawing that game. Did you get me?
They were leading 2-0 at home to Leeds as well.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
But that's why Pep is a great manager, because he knows how to take a 2-0 and turn it into a win.
But that was
hell you on about?
that was doing. That was moving mad on the side, bro.
Hell you on about? He knows how to take a 2-0 to turn it into a 3-2.
Bro, even look at the shot. Even look at the shot that Phil Foden took here. That fella just said, I beg, let me just shoot, man.
Yeah, literally.
Fella's off balance and all. Fella just, I beg, let me just look. It went in. Say swear.
Obviously, because my team is not in the title race. Yeah, obviously me.
You're in the title race.
You are in the title race. I told you, you have to win.
You're in this title race by force. Whether you want to be there or not, you're in there by
force. Do you want to know something? If any team in English football could go from what a season we're having to winning the league, it would be Liverpool. They are this club has done some miraculous comebacks. But sometimes
I get you, but this isn't club.
Exactly.
Exactly.
It's a bit of a stretch. But yeah, from an outsider who's just battling for top 4 right now, obviously I'm looking for a bit of entertainment, and I don't think Chelsea is going to be the ones to challenge you guys. I respect City because they know how to win titles, and I respect Pep because he's a serial winner. So I'm just hoping somebody can give you a game. I want you guys to sweat a little bit. You guys have been laughing and shining teeth a bit too much this season.
Bro, we were sweating on the weekend against Chelsea. What are you on about?
Yeah,
I was sweating, bro.
But you weren't really.
They were honest. The gegenpress was mad. I had to take my top off when I was watching the game, bro. I was getting hot and bothered just watching the game.
I just went to look at Chelsea's next fixtures. Yeah, brother. These man could be out of title race, but come Jan 1st, man. That ass.
They do this every season.
Yeah. Leeds away, then Bournemouth away, Atlanta Champions League, then Everton at home, Cardiff away in the Milky Way Cup, and then Newcastle away.
Oh, they still have to go to Anfield. They still have to go to Etihad. They still have to go to St. James's Park.
But you've gone to all 3 of them.
Yeah, we've done the bucket list already, bro.
Bro, I think this thing could be wrapped up by.
But the thing about football, yeah. Think about this, boys. 5 games in, I was said it's over. This thing can honestly change on its head overnight. I'm telling you.
Look, absolutely. I get that, but in the last 60 Premier League games under Mikel Arteta, I think Arsenal have only lost maybe 4 games, 5 at the most. Do you know what I'm saying? The only way we don't go on and win this is if we actually shoot ourselves in the foot. It's literally the only way we don't win this is if we shoot ourselves in the foot, because, bro, there's no excuses this season. We have the squad depth, as we can see that we're using, because, bro, players are just dropping left, right, and center, bro. It's crazy. Saliba didn't play the game at all because he felt something the day before or on the day or something like that. It's crazy. So the only way we don't win this is if we shoot ourselves in the foot. But H, you made a face, so I'll let you get off your last point before we wrap up.
Nah, I just saw that. just open up the rest of their fixtures. Then it's, bro, after Newcastle away, Villa at home, then Bournemouth at home, then 4th of Jan, they go to Etihad to play football. Well, sincerely, I think the league could be the league. If they come out of that 5-6 game period with 80% of the points, I'll give them the props.
You know, listen, the way I put this is the net from December 1st, yeah. By December 31st, we'll know who's gonna win the league.
Facts.
Would you agree with that statement? Pardon. Would you?
So Liverpool might go on a run though. You have to give us time.
He's like has landed. He finally got off the scoring sheet. Yeah.
No, okay. On a serious note, if Liverpool go on a 10-game win streak in the league, we're back in it.
And
yeah, that's what we would need to do to even stand a chance.
Yeah, absolutely.
We already 9 points behind us, bro.
You know, we were 9 points ahead of City in the 2018-19 season. Got 97 points, didn't win the league. Anything is possible.
Yeah, but that was that season, bro. It's different times now. It's different times now. It's a new age. It's the age of Arteta. That's what it is.
All I'll say is, boys, because of being where you guys have been, don't go early.
No, we're not going early. We're not. Look, listen, me, I'm not going early. I'm not going early. Me, I've been in tight races as well. Obviously unsuccessful ones, but I know not to go early. But like I said, it's November 1st. By November 31st, we'll know who's going to win the title.
Fair enough.
I think that's a fair assessment. And then we'll leave out that, boys. Yeah.
I wouldn't say go on. We'll leave out that.
We'll leave out that. Until next week. Yeah, there's a couple of midweek games, so there's a lot to dive into next week, yeah. Because obviously we Arsenal play Brentford Wednesday. You guys are playing tomorrow, I'm pretty sure.
No, we're playing on Wednesday as well. We're playing. Who's playing? I don't even know. Oh no, we're playing. You're playing Brentford.
Yeah, we're playing Brentford.
Who the hell are we playing? We're playing Sunderland.
Yeah, okay. Well, home or away?
At home.
Oh yeah,
doesn't matter though.
Yeah, sure. We're not. But then obviously, we have Aston Villa 12:30 kickoff. That's going to be a hard one. That's one I'm not looking forward to. And then so
that's a question. If you draw to Brentford and City and Liverpool win, would you get worried?
I started to get worried, yeah, because the gap is now getting to this, and then is a big issue.
We'll see our way to Fulham, and then they're gonna lose that game.
We'll see. But anyways, we'll leave it there, guys. Appreciate you guys for locking in. Like I said, please